Alright, hello everyone, what's up? So today's video is for Trax Maxed 1. He wanted me to review all my electric trimmers, so today I thought I'll review all the electrical equipment that I have. So I have this Black & Decker SG3000, a Weed Eater SG14, the vintage Black & Decker Whippersnipper, the Stihl FSC 60, Black & Decker trimmer, Hedge trimmer actually. This one here is a battery weed eater, my Black & Decker edger, and this Black & Decker lawnmower that I picked up like 2 years ago. You probably have seen a video of it, the free donation one. Okay, so I guess we'll start with the battery trimmer and show you what specs it has and how it feels. So, first glance, this is what it looks like. It's a handy stick model, 12 volt cordless, VIP, which means value, innovative, performance. I just recently changed the battery to a Panasonic 12 volt battery, and it runs awesome. So keep in mind, these electrical equipment I don't really use because a lot of people don't have working outlets, so I mainly use them around the house, namely the edger and this hedge trimmer that my father uses. I don't really have the need to actually find gas edgers because they're pretty rare to find in Canada. So I mainly use these gas trimmers rather than the electric ones, just for, you know, for fun, and especially if the gas prices really go high, which is pretty common here. Okay, so it's not a very tall trimmer. This one here is a one-headed. As you can see right here, this is 0.65 line, as many of the other ones. And to start it, to let it run, all you have to do is squeeze the trigger for the safety and pull this one here and it'll go. So, give you a demonstration. Pretty quiet for a battery trimmer. I think the battery needs for charging, but other than that, it's pretty cool. Alright, next. Okay, I guess since we're in the weed eater domain, let's have a look at my electric weed eater. This one right here. It's a pretty big unit. Well, as far as wide is concerned, it's not very tall. As you can see, I'm 5'9.5". Excuse me. And the trimmer is up to my hips. So, it's not very tall. As you can see, just like my weeder, it's a single-headed line that uses 0.65. This one here is a 14-inch cutting swath, and that's why they call it the SG14. It's a snap and go, so it has auto feed, just like your gas trimmers. So to extend the line, you just tap it and it'll extend. So here are the specs. You can see it's a 4.1 amp motor, 60 hertz, and it's by Poulon Weed Eater. Alright, I think that battery one was a 1997 model. I remember that one well because that used to be the first trimmer I operated before I went to that Homelight Z825 ST in the Ryobi. So, oops. These trimmers you could probably pick up for like $10 or $20 at the flea market. Now they don't make these ones anymore. Pretty sturdy. So, let's go plug it in. See how it sounds. It's a pretty loud trimmer and very powerful too for a 4.1 amp motor. So give you a little demonstration of cutting the grass. Pretty good. Alright, next. Aha, I knew I forgot something. So you probably have seen this blower before. I featured it in the reviewing the blower video. So this one here is an electric Groundskeeper Plus, again by Weeder. This is a 2000 model. I got this for my birthday. When was that? I think that was 12 years ago. So it's a 2000 model. This one, I think, 1999-2000. There is no year on this machine. So yeah, it's probably 2000. So it's a model number 2560 Groundskeeper Plus with an 8 amp motor, 8.5 amp. On this blower, you have two speeds. You have low speed, which is right here. It's a pretty lightweight blower, pretty inexpensive. These cost around $50 to $60. And this blower I used way before I got my Stihl, and it was pretty fun. And what I like about this one is that this particular model also comes with a bag attachment for the vacuum. The problem is with my Stihl blowers, like my BG55 and the BG86, you have to buy like a $70 conversion kit just to get yourself one. Or you can always opt for the more expensive version called the SH series, which is the blower slash shredder vac version of the blower. But other than that, I had absolutely no problems with this. This is really fun to use. Very lightweight. It's probably around 6 or 7 pounds versus this one over here. And it's pretty cool. Alright, here's a 2001 Stihl FSE 60 electric trimmer. The E stands for electric. This particular unit comes with a 5.3 amp motor rated at 8400 RPMs. It's almost very similar in power to my FS38 gas trimmer. So comparing it to my FS38 side by side, you can see they're pretty similar to them, except one's gas, one's electric. So this particular model is still available. You can get them at $159 from your local Stihl dealer, and this is arguably my best and powerful electric trimmer. The only problem with this machine is that this head does not work anymore. I'm going to have to go to a Stihl dealer to get the same auto cut head that's on my FS38, because this one here, as you can see, it's all flobby and it broke during the previous cutting video that I featured it. Alright, so you have seen this model before and you have heard it before. So this weighs 8.8 pounds versus 9 pounds for the FS38. Still a great alternative if you don't like to fiddle around with gas and oil, and if you don't like to hear the sound of a gas trimmer. This is a good unit. So let's power it up and we'll see how it sounds. So all these are Black & Deckers. I have two vintage ones here. The one on the left is my lawn trimmer. It's a vintage electric one from the 1980s. An 85 lawn edger. couldn't really find a gas one because gas ones are so rare to find in Canada. I got a Hedge trimmer, electric, another trimmer, a little more modern one than this one, as well as an electric lawnmower that you probably have seen way back when, probably around 2 years ago. Oh, don't mind the mushrooms. I gave Mario permission to grow them, so that way he can save the Princess Peach. But I really should remove them. It's kind of dangerous for Maggie. Alright, so let's get on with the review, shall we? So I guess we'll review, yeah, why not? Let's do the trimmers first, and compare and contrast. Alright, so this is the vintage one that I got from the flea market for $5. So let's give you an idea of what the specs are. This one here is an 8207-04 with a 2.5 amp motor that spins at 10,000 RPMs. The whippersnipper, so that's got to be pretty old, especially with the original B&D logo as well as the orange color. Now, most of these Black & Deckers seem to be using this color. I think now they're starting to be back to the orange color, but don't confuse it with the Stihl. Okay, so upon inspection towards my body, it goes up to my hips. So it's a very short trimmer. There is one called the 8209, which is a larger form of this one. I think it has the same motor. And if I do find one on the flea market next year, I'll definitely pick one up. Now before I go power it up, this is the one that has the unique spool system. As you can see, it's a disc rather than a cutting head. I should make a video before the season's over to show you exactly how to rewind a spring like this. A spool. Really crazy looking. So it's using 0.065 inch line. It's pretty much standard to electric trimmers. And without further ado, we'll cut those mushrooms up with this trimmer and see how well it runs. Give a demonstration. Alright. Mushrooms prepare to meet your maker. There you go. Now Mario is out of luck with mushrooms. This one here is another Black & Decker, a little more modern one. It's a 10-inch cutting swath. As you can see right here, this one has a speed feed, unlike the more vintage one. So this one here is an ST3000 model with a 3 amp motor, double insulated. This one is double insulated too, but only a 2.5 amp motor. So this one here is called a trimmer and hedger. No, edger, sorry, not hedger. So what you do is you press this button and it'll convert into an edger. So allow me to demonstrate. Tilt it counterclockwise. And there you go, now you can edge. Power this one up and we'll see how this one sounds compared to the other one. Okay, you can see this one's a little bit louder, but still pretty tolerable. Alright, I'll give an area of trimming for you. This will do the job for your average lawn. Alright, now for the Hedge trimmer. This one here is also a Black & Decker. So what you do to power it up, you press this button forward, grab the handle, the throttle. So you can see this one here is a 16-inch model with a blade, 406 millimeters. I think this is the same year as the newer Black & Decker. This one here is a model TR165 with a 2.4 amp motor. Sweet. So now let's go plug this one on. Okay, so like I said, hold this forward, and that's it. So, show you how quiet this is. Pretty cool blade. But I don't really use this very much on my clients. I just use it around home. So it's perfect for your, your shrubs as well that you have to cut. I like it. Pretty smooth, very lightweight, fairly inexpensive too. This one's around 130 bucks. I think this trimmer is around $60. You can find them at your local hardware store. Alright, now back to more vintage stuff here. This one here is a 1985 Lawn Edger by Black & Decker. You can tell it's old because it's using the old label, or Tache Pelouse, which is Lawn Edger in French. This one here is a 8224-04 with a 9 amp circular saw motor that spins at 5,000 RPMs per minute. Well, revolutions per minute. It's got the handle. It's got some wheels. Fairly lightweight. It's probably around 6 pounds. This one here, I don't really know what this is for. It's probably to lock the motor. I think you can actually tilt it left or right depending on your steepness of the slope. So to open this compartment here, you have to push this button in and push it towards the right. And you just lift this up. And the blade should come off. Well, no, the housing. There we go. So this is pretty much what a lawn edger looks like. Kind of like a mini lawnmower blade. It's probably around like 6 inches long. Pretty cool. And show you how it sounds with the blade open. That's pretty good. I think this one needs a little bit of sharpening. Like I said, it's pretty good for me, for what I use. And that's it. Alright, so if you've been watching my channel for around 2 years now, you probably noticed I got 2 years ago a free donation electric trimmer from one of my customers that no longer cuts grass. So she decided to give it to me. It was free. So, to myself I thought, it's pretty cool to have at least one electric lawnmower in my collection. So, you know what, why not? So this one here is another Black & Decker. This is the Automatic Power Plus model. Yeah, it's electronic, I know. I don't really like using it very much because it's side discharge only. I can't find on eBay if there's a bag to this model. So side discharge means it just throws the grass on the side. So it's not really the cleanest of cuts. If you have to do that, then you need to take your blower to blow all the clippings out. So I want to see if I can try to modify it by putting a sheet metal to cover up this hole, or to plug it up. Or maybe there's some type of bag offered from this model. I'm not sure. What I like about most electric lawnmowers is that they have the flip-on handle where you can just go to the other side. It's really cool and saves time compared to the gas one where you have to turn the whole machine around to go to another cut. Okay, so this is what it is right here. It's an LM1820 048910C, so it might be an 89 model. It's very possible. I don't think it's 2004, I think it's an 89. Has a 9 amp motor, Brockville, Ontario, it's in Canada. It's telling you to don't use it in rain, you shouldn't. Alright, has the height changers, which I like. You got some ventilation over here, not too bad. There's the cover for the electric motor, fairly small. Yeah, this one is missing the cover here. And that's what the wheels look like, your standard 5-spoke wheels. Yeah, sure is a beauty. Alright, so let's go ahead and start this up. It's cutting a little shorter, which I don't like, but here we go. We'll power it up and we'll see how it sounds. Alright, we'll just give a little cutting demonstration. I'm not going to cut too much because it does cut a little shorter than what I like it to. Pretty good. So let's show you the underneath of the motor. Ooh, I need to clean this. Yeah, it's kind of dirty. Yeah, it's about an 18-inch blade. Yeah, this I need to clean off. Blade's pretty decent. I think it looks like a mulcher blade, I don't know. Anyways, pretty cool. So anyways, I do hope you enjoy this lawn equipment tour and review of all the electric equipment I have. You know, the Stihl FSE60, the couple of weed eaters I showed you, and all the Black & Deckers. So hope you like it, TraxMax 1, and hope you enjoy the other videos that I'm going to be uploading very soon.